welcome! Today I'm planting out some young flower starts. On the outside wall of the polytunnel I have this, it's about 3 foot wide, slightly sloping away area that I have covered in mulch over the autumn, and I'm lifting off the mulch now and starting to dig lots of random little holes. Woo, where are we? There we go, lots of random holes into which I'm going to put my flower starts. So in the polytunnel, so here in the tunnel I have my tray of random flowers. They're very random. Some are seeds I had from years ago, some are seeds I've bought this year. I know I've got California poppies and marigolds and cosmos. Some things are labelled and lots of things aren't. I don't generally grow very many flowers and my arm is aching, so I'm going to bring you down. So let's see, what have we got? This is, so some things are labelled and lots of things aren't. Chamomile, German, so this is a German chamomile. Okay, can we see in the camera? Little fluffy German chamomile. There are 2 varieties of chamomile. A German chamomile, harvest and dry the flowers to make chamomile tea, and Roman chamomile, known for the chamomile lawn. I'm not planting in any specific order or pattern other than little short things near the front and taller things at the back. I've already planted 2 marigolds. Oh, I like this, I recognise this. This is California poppy. I don't do as much with flowers as I do with vegetables, and it's unusual for me to be planting this many, to be perfectly honest. Where will we put you? I'm going to put you nearer the front. There. This looks interesting. What have we got here? Oh, creeping thyme. Okay, so most of these, a lot of these are new to me this year. My daughter is starting her garden, so I read through all the seed catalogues this year and picked things that would produce seed pods or be quite low growing, because I didn't want great big enormous mammoth plants that were going to overwhelm her. And gave her as many seeds as I felt her little garden could manage. So I have a few old favourites that I do like. Marigolds and California poppies. What is this? Oh, a pansy. Okay. Let's pop a pansy in. We'll leave your label in that one. We'll have you. You're looking a lot like that chamomile, so we'll pop you in here next to the chamomile label, and hopefully that is what you are. I'm not putting the labels into the flower bed, so by this afternoon I'll have no idea what these things are. Nemesis Carnival, I have no idea. It obviously looked pretty in the seed catalogue. We'll put it in a middly space. There we go. So my choice for seeds were things I know I already like, or things that are going to make seeds for easy collection and future flowers. This looks interesting. What have we here? Clem Violet Queen. I'll have 2 of those. Let's have that. Oh, look at that root system, looking splendid. I don't know, can you see? Am I too far away? Lovely roots. It's desperate to be out of this pot. Just starting to form this tight circle around the bottom. Just going to loosen that up a bit, so when I put it in the planting hole it doesn't carry on going round and round and round and gets itself down into the ground. Well, that's my first 15 little pots planted. Now to get on and plant the rest. I'm going to enjoy walking along here in the summer, looking at all these beautiful flowers. Yay! Little flower bed planted. I don't often grow very many flowers. Lots of fruit trees, nut trees and vegetables. Things I can harvest food from. I grow sunflowers, but then I get sunflower seeds. So it's a bit of a first for me planting this many flowers. We do need them. They're great for attracting in all the pollinators, and they do look beautiful. So the things I've chosen are a few things I know I already like. California poppy and French marigolds, and things that will either grow year on year or that will produce seeds easy to harvest in order to have more flowers the following year without buying more seed packets. I can harvest seeds nice and easily from the flowers I've already planted. I wasn't going to put the mulch back yet. I thought these things were a bit small, but actually I think I will put some mulch back in the bigger gaps between the plants, help keep in the moisture and suppress those weeds. I'm really pleased. A job worth doing. Once I got started, I decided in the end that I would mulch properly around all these tiny little flowers, help them tough it out in this new location, suppressing any future weedy competition and keeping that valuable moisture in the soil. So here I've got a lemon balm plant coming back very nicely from last year, but it's got all these dead stalks on it still, left over from flowering last year. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to take my secateurs to it and take each stalk and trace it down close to the bottom of the plant. Well, that one snapped off nicely, so I may not need my secateurs, I'll just snap them off. Just working my way through it, snapping off these old stalks. Well, I was going to cut them off with the secateurs. It seems my fingers are working nicely. Might want some gloves though, because they're quite stiff, hard little sticks. And then I'll have a lovely, soft, bushy lemon balm plant again for this season. Ugh. While I'm down in the plant, I'm just slowly snapping off each twig. Oh, got a leaf there. Gorgeous. I think it's a member of the mint family. I don't use it for cooking or making ointments or anything. I think people make things with it, but I never have done. I just enjoy the plant for its lovely smell when you crush its leaves. This pile of dead broomy twigs would be quite useful to stick in around young seedlings and keep my cats off. Not because of the smell, they don't smell of anything now, but because of their spiky, bushy shape. Makes it difficult for the cats to get into. There we go, beautiful. Now I may find over the next couple of days this plant gets a bit floppy because it's been using these twigs to help support this nice new green growth, but it'll soon strengthen up and hold its own. Gorgeous. And here the wind gets even windier, so I'm going to voice over this section of video. I'm doing exactly the same with this napweed as I did with the lemon balm. Now napweed, as its name suggests, is for most a weed, but I like it. It has these soft, slightly furry leaves and these tall flower stems that break into beautiful purple flowers, looking just like a thistle, without the prickles and the spikes. There is a greater napweed that has larger flowers, but mine is just the standard everyday napweed. It's been growing here for several years and I've been treating it just like a garden plant, protecting it and encouraging it. So really a plant is any growing thing that you want to have in your garden, and a weed is just the opposite. Something growing in a place that you don't want it to grow. We should fill our garden with beautiful weeds. They are much more resilient to your local weather and the natural growing conditions of your soil. I've left these stems till now because they're easy enough to deal with at this point, and they've been giving this new growth some early season protection from both the wildlife and the wind. But now spring is seriously underway. I'm happy to take them down before this plant gets too tall and this job becomes more awkward. Lovely. And another great pile of twigs to help protect my young seedlings. So now this lovely thicket of twigs can help protect anything that's growing in this bed until it gets well enough established to fend for itself. I'm going to finish off today's video with the reason I bother gardening at all. This splendid leek, not leeks specifically, but harvesting fresh food straight from the garden. This will be the last leek I harvest this season. There are a couple still left in the ground, just starting to go to seed, which is a great thing. I left them this long because I want them to flower and seed this year, giving me nice fresh seed to start again next year. I have just planted some leek seeds in little modules, ready to give me a crop this winter if I'm successful, but I couldn't resist showing off this splendid monster. I've been really pleased and thrilled, and I always am every time I harvest something I grew, whether it's a tiny small cherry tomato, a leaf of lettuce, or this gigantic leek. It's always a thrill harvesting something you've planted and grown from seeds. And I, for one, love it. So that's it for today. Chicken and leek soup for lunch. Bye for now. I will see you next time. If you've enjoyed today's video, don't forget to click that like button and let me know. Click subscribe and YouTube will make sure you see my next video. So bye for now, and we'll see you next time. And don't forget, whatever you're doing, have fun doing it.